we always jump at the closest liquor brand that a celebrity is selling. You ever think about that?
Quite, yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, when we were younger, it was Ace of Spades. Oh, you got to get the Ace of Spades bottle. This, that. I don't even fucking like champagne.
Mhm.
Then it was Hennessy. Yo, you got to get Hennessy.
Yeah. Hennessy got me.
Then the Ciroc. Now we can't Ciroc because if you Ciroc, then you Diddy Bop.
Talk to him.
And now it's the Don Julio. Everybody wants the Don Julio, Chris.
Damn.
It's crazy, man. I wonder what the next liquor is going to be, bro.
Man, I don't know. What
Casamigos was another one.
Casamigos.
Casamigos was big for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Terramano kind of had a little
wave.
bit, but nothing like Casamigos. I feel like had a
big ass wave.
It had like a year.
Man, I went out for dinner the other day. And we're going to start this podcast, but I went out for dinner the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I asked for was a shot on the rocks.
Something light.
$15. Because my ass had to get the Casamigos. You know what I could have done with the $15, but it's okay. It is what it is, man. Big money spender over here. Chris, I got a question for you.
Ask away and I'll answer.
I got a question for you, Chris.
Let me know.
How we looking?
We're looking good.
How we smelling?
Honestly, pretty fresh. I'd say like a little bit of laundry, a little bit of lavender, a little bit of greatness. I smell greatness in the air, but you know.
I respect that. And how are we sounding, Chris?
Honestly, couldn't sound much better, man.
I love it. I love to hear it because 1990 Studios is the place to be for you to smell like lavender. For you to sound exquisite and just feel very demure. Adriel, I got a question for you. What episode are we at? Adriel, I have a question for you. What episode are we at? Chris, where's Adriel?
I was wondering the same thing. I wasn't sure why we started, but I mean, I thought he was here.
Adriel's not here today. Adriel is going to be busy for the next 2 episodes. He has big things upcoming. He's going to be working at TIFF. He's going to be seeing all the celebrities. He's going to be schmoozing. He told me he doesn't really want to go to the Hollywood type parties, so he brought Hollywood to Toronto. You feel me? So Adriel won't be here. We do have a guest that is supposed to be here, but running on Black people time, but that's okay. We like to joke on him a little bit. So when he gets here, we will let you know. But this is episode 61 of the Mayor's Office podcast, baby. And you already know what it is. It's your boy Ralph, a.k.a. the Mayor. It's your boy Ralph, a.k.a. the Mayor, a.k.a. the last Mayor Bender, a.k.a. waiting on our guest. But it's okay. We like to make light of the situation. I am here with one of my co-hosts because the other co-host is busy at TIFF, the owner of 1990 Studios. Talk to him.
Welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Chris, a.k.a. Stacks Edwards, here for episode 61 of the Mayor's Office podcast.
So usually the listeners get to hear from Adriel at this point because I ask him what happened in a specific year. We're at episode 61, 1961. I want to know some significant Black facts in 1961, and I couldn't think of a person better to deliver those Black facts than Chris. Let me know what happened in 1961, Chris.
Let's go, my man. All right. So in 1961, the Freedom Rides. Interracial civil rights activists rode buses into the segregated South, challenging racial segregation and facing violent resistance.
Wow.
Yes. No. That was a big. That's a big year. It's a big moment.
Yeah, it's definitely a big moment. I know about the Freedom Rides a lot. If you ever watched Boondocks, funny enough, Grandpa, he was a part of the Freedom Rides. And he had an interesting story to tell there. So, yeah, definitely a pivotal moment in Black history. But Chris.
Yes, sir.
I think there was a lot of Black significant figures that were born in 1961.
A big year. A lot of goats were born. Starting off at the top, former president of the United States, Barack Obama, born August 4th, 1961. We had a great actor of Lawrence Fishburne, born July 30th, 1961. And one of my top comedians, if you ever seen Delirious, Raw, you might know him from those. Or what's Dr. Dolittle?
Yes.
Eddie Murphy, born April 3rd. And rounding it out with another actor, Forrest Whitaker, born July 15th.
Those are some goats.
Yo, huge.
Those are some goats. Can I ask you a question, Chris?
Absolutely.
Out of those 5 gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
no, so you said 4. Out of those 4 gentlemen, who looks the youngest and who looks the oldest?
Okay.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, I'm trying to think the last time I seen Eddie. Eddie, I think, still looks the youngest. I think Eddie looks the youngest. Oldest? Yo, maybe Lawrence Fishburne. He's looking older these days.
Okay.
You know, maybe Barack. You know, you age after you go into the presidency.
You definitely do.
That's a known fact. But I'd say Eddie probably looks the youngest. You know, I mean, I'm sure we could pull this up. Maybe I'm wrong. And then I'll go Lawrence looks the oldest, I think. What do you think?
I'm going to say, I'm going to rock with you. I'm going to say out of the 4, I'm going to say Eddie looks the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, I'm going to go with Lawrence. I'm going to go with Lawrence too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Eddie, Barack. Actually, no, I'll go Eddie, Forrest, Barack, Lawrence. I think in order of who looks the oldest and who looks the youngest, although they're all the same age.
Yeah, it seems pretty. That's a fair order. That's a fair order.
Shout outs to those gentlemen.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, we have to take a slight break. You know, I already made mention that we had a guest that was pulling up to the podcast, someone that was very interested in sitting in Adriel's seat. He said he didn't want to sit in any other seat but Adriel's seat. So
come on, the real Adriel Smiley's are here.
One of the homies. You know what I mean? Yo, you want to introduce yourself really quickly before we get into the pod?
Yeah, man. It's your boy, I'm Darrio, aka DJ Black Cory. Northside legend. Shout out to the 7-8-0. I'm not originally from here, but I live here now. So shout out to Toronto too.
You adopted Toronto.
Toronto adopted me.
So we did a little bit of an intro before you got here. And the pod, you listened to the pod.
Yeah, man.
And we got like a little flow going, right? And so at this point in the pod, I like to talk about the people that I don't want to wish a good day. And the people I don't want to wish a good day today are the people that hold favors over your head. You know the type. The type of friend that maybe does a harmless favor that you think is harmless. You request something of them, or they do something out of the quote-unquote kindness of their heart.
It's true.
And this same friend, as soon as something goes bad within your friendship, they will bring it up. They will tell other people. They will go to you and say, remember when I did this? When you decided not to help them back in some small way, shape, or form. Do not hold things over your friends' heads. If you do something, do it out of love. Do it because you care to do it. But don't hold favors over your head. Those are the worst type of friends.
Right.
I love to help my friends out. I really do. I love to help my friends out.
Facts.
And if me and my friend get into a little situation or something and we're not seeing eye to eye, I'm not going to hold the favor that I did for them 3 years ago over their head.
Yeah, sure.
Has that happened to you?
Yo, yeah. You know what? Yeah. There's enough times where this type of situations will happen to people, man. Like, I guess me in my personal life. Yeah, there'll be people where it's like, because as you said, I'll just do it out of the kindness of my heart. So I'll just do something for somebody because, hey, man, you're my boy. Like, you need something cool, and that's what it is at the end of the day. Sometimes they'll be like, you know who usually does it? I'll be real. Yo, sometimes it's my cousins that like... Sometimes it'll be a cousin or two, though. Sometimes just sit there and be like, yo, man, remember that one time I went and drove you here? I really need a ride today.
That's the worst one, the ride?
You know? I really need a ride
It's usually
today.
the ride.
Yeah.
That they'll hold over your head.
Yeah.
Me, I got to be strategic. I'm not driving.
Yeah.
Right? So I got to be strategic. I don't want to over ask, and I don't want anyone to feel like they owe me anything. So, we just stopped at the gas station. I'm going to swing you a 10. I'm going to take care of it. Don't ask me no questions, okay?
I made the money,
Because, $15 Casamigo shots I was just talking about earlier. But, DJ Black, Cory, you pulled up to the podcast.
Yes, indeed.
Do you have any Labor Day plans?
Yo, potentially, actually, I might have some exciting Labor Day plans.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So what's popping on Labor Day for you, man?
So originally, I was just cooling. I was thinking I might go and like record a live stream on my homegirl's balcony. I could start doing this like series of stuff on YouTube where I just go to a different balcony and just record a live stream. I'd be DJing somewhere. But then I did this party maybe Halloween last year at this crazy, there's a crazy house in the Etobicoke. This house was locked off. It was crazy, man. Like,
It's like a mansion.
Yeah. But like at the back, he had this crazy dock and then was talking about how he had 2 yachts. I thought he was lying. This man hit me up this week and said, yo, bro, like, you want to use a yacht on Sunday? I said, wait, what?
He giving you access to the yacht.
Like he'll just,
to DJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
For free 99 events.
Okay.
All I have to do is bring gal. So, if you're
So is that what you're bringing to the podcast?
Fam, that's what I'm bringing to the podcast.
Bringing an
today.
outcry to bring gal?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So we're doing an outcry.
If you...
I think you picked the wrong podcast,
No,
but
it's
go
fine.
ahead. Do
It's
whatever
fine.
you got to do.
It's fine, fam.
Go do what you got to do.
If you are a nice gal in this area, looking to get on a boat this Sunday, nice little yacht experience with some good vibes, good music, some liquor, have a good Sunday, long weekend thing, all that at me, man. Black Cory on IG.
Chris, I don't know what this podcast turned into, but I guess we're doing outcries for parties now.
Yeah, it's not a normal thing. It was just, sat there and was like, why not, yo?
Adriel's going to come with a bag of notes next week.
Yeah, facts. He's going to cook me next week, Charlie.
So you are going to be on a boat with numerous women. That is your plan?
Yeah, and if, a couple of them, just...
Yeah, we'll sprinkle them
here
and there. Cool.
But the man said to keep the ratio ideal, and it's his yacht, so what am I supposed to say?
I respect that. I respect that. Chris, are you going to be on a yacht with multiple women?
I'm not going to be on a yacht. I might be on a pontoon boat with my parents for a little bit. Not the same.
Okay.
Not
That's
the
so
same.
sick. It's your family time.
Yeah, but I'll be up in Port Perry, I think, for a little pontoon boat of Lake Scugog. Not the nicest lake, but you know what? With some nice people. Maybe not as nice as the people that are coming with Darrio, but...
I don't know, man. I'm still going on Lake Ontario like this.
Yeah, fair.
Hey, man, as long as your wife's there, you're happy, bro.
Oh, true. Shoot, my wife will be there too. So
never forget her,
I never could. She reminds me.
That's good. I'm happy for you guys. You're going to be on a yacht. You're going to be on a...
Ideally.
You're going to be somewhere.
I'll be somewhere.
With family. I have no Labor Day plan, so if anybody hears this before Labor Day, let me know. I probably am not going to go on this yacht with all these women. I want to keep it kind of tame.
Yo, he's making it sound like it's going to be super crazy. It's probably not going to be that crazy. It's like 12 people or something.
I don't know, man. You're making it sound like it's going to be a thing,
It's not, because I thought they'd have like a real ad. I would have had something like online being like, yo, from before.
I mean, I'm going to send you this clip so you can just, post it everywhere.
Oh, so this is a real ad. Okay, yeah. Fire.
So you're good. You're good. I'm trying to calm down, though.
Okay.
I had reality hit me last weekend.
Okay.
What hit you?
My friend hit me. Messaged me. He said, yo, it's my birthday. Turning 30. I want to go to the club. He's not really a club guy.
Okay.
But he still wanted to go to the club. He had his girl come. Everybody had people come over and whatever. So I was there and I did not really want to be in the club because that's not my energy. I'm more of a day party guy. And recently I stopped drinking. Like, I really cut it down.
Full sobriety.
Yeah, not full sobriety, but like, I cut it down a lot.
Respect it.
I have a shot, and then that's my entire night. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We had 7 of us there, 2 bottles. A lot of people didn't want to drink. We were an older crowd. You know what I'm saying? I think the youngest person there was maybe 29. The oldest person there was probably 35. And we didn't want to drink. What'd you say?
You're aging us, though. Like, we could still be young.
No, we're young at heart.
At heart.
Actually, we're young in energy and look. Yeah. But I'm saying in terms of drinking, I'm not where I used to be.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I hear you.
So within the context of this story, I'm old.
Got you.
Okay. And the club we went to, a lot of kids in there.
Okay.
A lot of kids in there. Made me feel like I was old. You know what I mean? So 7 older people within the context of the club go to the club, get 2 bottles. That's too much. Because we don't really want to drink like that. But I didn't want my friend to feel like I wasn't having a good time for him. So I drank more than I would like to drink. Now, I wasn't drunk by any means, but the hangover.
Yo, yeah, hangovers are bad now.
The hangover
2 days
killed me. 48 hours.
Yep.
And it was a Casamigos bottle and a Hennessy bottle.
You can't drink a little bit of both?
That's a rough mix.
You're a wild guy, bro.
That's a rough mix.
Once you start mixing liquor when you're older, it's just That's the recipe for disaster for me.
It was a bad night. I should have just stuck with one liquor.
Yeah,
but the bottles weren't moving, and he was kind of feeling bad because the club wasn't really like popping like that. So, we didn't want to make it look like we wasted our money.
Should have just given us some shots as donations.
I wanted to give a bottle.
The whole bottle?
No.
Oh, okay, I was like, this guy. All right, bro. $10 for gas. A whole bottle of Casamigos. Like, who's this guy?
I wanted to give. We probably had maybe a quarter or a fifth of a Casamigos bottle left. Mm-hmm. There's maybe an hour left in the night, and nobody was really drinking it. So my plan was to hand it to one of these young boys, so maybe they can prosper that night. You feel me? I wish an older guy came to me. Pause. I wish an older guy came to me in the club and gave me a bottle and said, yo, go get some gal. Go do what you need to do. Yeah. Go enjoy your night with your friends or whatever. Mm. So I ended up just leaving early. So I don't know what happened with the remainder of the bottles or anything like that, but it was a realization for me that solidified the thought process that I don't like drinking. Mm-hmm. Not a big fan of the aftermath.
I mean, nobody is.
No one's a fan of the aftermath.
Yeah.
But sometimes the vibe before.
Yeah.
Depending on how far you go with the vibe. Like, me now, like, you can't peer pressure me into drinks anymore. If I go somewhere and someone says, yo, we're about to get a shot and I don't want the shot, and I told you twice, now you bought the shot, better find someone else for that shot, man.
So how much are you drinking when you go out? How old are you for context?
I'm 31.
You're 31. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the 31 gang.
We're the same age. Yeah, so how much are you drinking when you go out at the age of 31?
What kind of event am I going to?
You're going to a club like I did.
Like a birthday party?
Yes.
Is it my birthday party, though?
No.
Because if it's my birthday party, I'm getting lit. Yeah. But like if it's someone else's birthday party, I'm more conservative, trying to make sure the person's good. They can have we're getting bottles too? The same situation as you then?
Exact same situation. How much are you drinking?
Yo, like... I'm sticking to one liquor, so like I don't know, like 4 or 5 drinks tops.
4 or 5 drinks for the night? Man. That's not bad. What about you, Chris?
A lot of drinks, probably. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish I could, but I live for that. That day, the day before, I live for that day sometimes. I don't know what it is. You know, that moment, probably when you hit that like 4-drink moment and you know everything's feeling good, that's my problem. I don't have an off switch. So yeah, I'm drinking all the drinks. We might have to get another bottle. We're working on it.
What about if it's like shots? Is it shots is the pace still the same?
Yeah, lately I've been getting into the tequila myself. So shots of tequila. Normally I wasn't, but I don't know. This summer something came over me, and it's been a lot of shots of tequila.
I've never been a tequila person until I moved here, and I'm still not. It's just people drink tequila here, man.
No, I fuck with tequila, man.
I'm like, bro,
nice and cold.
3 shots of tequila, and I want a yak.
Tequila on the rocks
every time.
Ooh,
what?
Let the ice melt a little bit into the tequila.
You guys are built different than me, fam.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna be real with you. That was my night. One added thing that I didn't like over that night was the DJ was whack, right? And the DJ was whack because he was going all over the place. You feel me?
You
like he was going from Sexy Red to Genuine, from Genuine to Avril Lavigne. Like it was just all over the place.
To Avril Lavigne's crazy.
I didn't pick the club.
That is crazy.
I did not pick.
We're gonna talk about later about what the spot is. So
now, I gotta say this off air.
Crazy.
Actually, I might say it on air. It was Club Lux.
That
place. I'll never go in there again.
Can't go to Avril Lavigne in my night.
I don't know.
Not in my night out.
No.
But that's leading me to my next question. We all like our own types of music, right? All have our favorites. If you were to go out and do a karaoke night, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Go-to karaoke song.
I'm going to start with you, Chris.
Okay. Karaoke. Actually, I went to a karaoke spot. This was like a couple of weeks ago, a random Sunday. We pulled up to our local pub that we go to. Shout out to Pearson. Lots of great people there. A lot of regulars. I don't know if they're great people, but there's people there. So we're at the Pearson. They have a karaoke night. I didn't get to go on and do it, but I was, we had a couple Bud Lights before, maybe a couple shots of tequila. I was feeling good. And I thought it would have been hilarious. This isn't my go-to, but I thought it would have been hilarious to do Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. My name didn't get called because it was later in the night, but I just thought that would have been a hilarious karaoke song. Normally, I'd say probably like Arms Wide Open Creed.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of go with those vibes. I can't do Real Talk by R. Kelly anymore, unfortunately.
Cancel crew.
But I'd say, Creed's the go-to, but I really wanted to do Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit because I don't know. I thought that'd be a funny karaoke song.
Okay.
My pick.
Those are some good picks, by the way.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
International Players Anthem.
Oh,
That's for sure the one. Anytime I get a chance to just yell those song lyrics and no one remember that I did that.
I type a text to a girl I used to see.
Yo.
Yeah, man.
What? Come on, man.
My older bro got married. I'm just yelling those. There's a video somewhere of me just yelling the song lyrics at my brother's
I apologize if this message gets you down, that I CC every girl that I CC around town. I hate to see you frown, but I love to see you smiling. Wetness all around you.
True, I'm no island.
Peninsula, baby. Come on, man.
Come on. That track is crazy.
Dude, that is a banger. When I used to DJ in Oshawa Music Hall, like early days, I would always not always, but a number of times I opened up my set with that. And it wasn't even like
and
a hip-hop
it would be bad
night.
If you did it always. That song timeless to me.
So good.
Like, you can play it any time for me and I'll be like, cool.
Dude, I never thought about personally doing that for karaoke, but I like that.
That's a good one. That's a good
fire.
one.
That or Otis.
Otis is a good one too. I like
Otis,
that.
I'm like, I just remember the lyrics.
I'm gonna stick with the Jay-Z there since you said Otis. I'm gonna go Empire State of Mind.
Even the Alicia Keys part?
Yeah.
Sing that part too?
Yeah, of course.
After
my one shot of Casamigos.
Come on.
$15? Come on, man. But Empire State of Mind. I feel like your go-to karaoke song needs to be a simple song, a recognizable song, but you also need to know all the lyrics. And I think the lyrics are very, very simple. So the key to karaoke is not just you knowing the song. It's the other people there knowing the song
too.
Yeah.
So now the girls, the guys, whoever your group is, everybody's singing it with you. Like, go, go, go. That's the key. It can't just be a song that you fuck with.
No.
It can't just be me doing the Andre 3K verse. You know what I mean?
True.
Although I want to.
They might let you do that and then hop in after when the beat picks up.
Yeah, maybe. But I like you guys' selections.
That was good.
Dario. I gotta ask you something, man. You relate to the podcast. I'm not gonna hold it against you. I still got love for you.
Okay.
Your first podcast.
I know. Ever, really.
Right?
First appearance. Mad excited.
Is there something you want to get off your chest?
Honestly, yeah, man.
Because this is going to be your only...
The Uber driver was crazy to get over here, man.
This is your only opportunity, brother.
There's certain Uber drivers, like, we might have to talk about, like, what the criteria is for, like, when you're allowed to drive an Uber. Because if you can't, like, if the country is English and I come and say, hey, man, like, I got somewhere I need to be, can you, like, punch it and you give me the thumbs up but don't have a clue what I said? You shouldn't maybe be the Uber driver, man. This guy was, like, waiting. Every bus that could pass by, any big truck, any cars is like, imagine, like, you know, like, they'll try to speed by in the right-hand lane and know there's a car coming up there. 3 cars will try to do that. He's letting in all 3 cars. I'm like, bro, we're at the front of the light. We don't have to do this.
So you were in a rush, but he didn't feel your energy of you being in a rush.
I'm looking over the shoulder. Bro, like, how many times are you going to let cars pass us to, like, get over here? And then at one point, he's like, oh, I feel like if we go another way, it'd be faster. I'm like, I'm almost positive that you should just go the way that's on the map because, like, the way you want to go has a bunch of red light. I'm like, all right, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, it was all that to get over here.
He's driving like my father-in-law. Doesn't use Waze. He's like, I know a route. And it's
some kind of
too much pride,
man.
Yeah,
and then had a completely different address, like on his actual, like his actual GPS for his car.
Yeah.
And I was like, you definitely want to go home after this, which is fine. But like, you keep looking at home and not at the map where I'm trying to go. So now you're talking about going this way, and I'm saying definitely go that way. Even like when we're at the light to turn over, where I was supposed to link you just now outside, bro. This guy was talking about, oh, I need to go further up and then come around the block. I'm like, bro, it's right there.
Okay, so he definitely fucking around.
Yeah, man. I was like, this guy's a dickhead, bro.
What are you giving this Uber driver out of 5?
I didn't even give him a star. I haven't checked that. I closed that. I came right inside, bro. I'm like, this guy is not going to hear from me again.
That's fair.
Yeah, man. Come on, bro.
I'm glad you got that off your chest, man.
Yeah, man. I feel better now, you know.
That's good.
At first, I was like,
I told you.
Here slow, you know.
I told you before.
I see why you have to have these moments.
You have to go on these podcasts and just feel like you're in a safe space.
Right.
And
Even
just
though it's
speak
not always
what's on your
safe.
mind. It's not always safe?
Sometimes they're not safe.
Who knows? You might go viral.
And then is it safe?
We'll see. Depending on the end of this episode, when it drops, we'll see how many baddies end up on your yacht.
Facts. Stay tuned, y'all. I may or may not show you.
The listeners want to know. The listeners want to see it. The listeners want to see it. All right. You wrote something completely different in this. You said the first day you caught a wine in a convenience store.
No, that was when, okay, let me give you some context. No. I'm talking about my experience when I first moved to Toronto. That's like me moving here first weekend. So I was going to talk about like my Toronto experience and what it's like moving here because I'm originally from Edmonton. So I was like, let me tell y'all what that's kind of like.
I'm going to give you the runway for 2 minutes. You tell us about your first time catching a wine in a convenience store.
it was just kind of crazy because it was like this is my second day in the city. Like I just got all my stuff, moved into a new place.
Bags just got in.
Like
yeah.
I didn't even think I had a couch yet, to be honest. So I just left my house to go and do whatever. So I'm just walking up like Bathurst over by like King Street area. And I'm like, yo, I'm just going to this convenience store and see what's going on. I see one of those like old ginger beers, you know, the Jamaican ones?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, that could touch the spirit right now. So I go to get one of those. See this girl inside. She's there with a guy. So I'm just going to get my drink and whatever else. And she stops me and is like, I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. And I was like,
I just got here.
I'm like, it's almost impossible.
I just got here.
And she's like, no, I'm positive I've seen you somewhere before. And I was like, yo, I literally just got here like 24 hours ago. Yeah. For real. There's no way.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, okay. So you want to catch a wine? I said, what?
Was there music? Was there music in the community?
Not really. Like, it wasn't
music?
that. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm looking at the guy she's with. Now I'm like, bro, what's going on with this?
Like, that's
and
my
he's
brother.
looking like,
that's my brother.
Yeah, pretty much. And then she just sent that for no reason.
Did she give you the wine?
Yeah.
In the convenience store?
In the convenience store. Just because I was grabbing a Jamaican gin. Like, there was no real rhyme or reason to do it.
So there was no music?
Pretty much no.
You've
the
been in the
music was
city
pretty
for
low.
less than 48
hours.
And you
I
caught
catch
a wine in the convenience store.
And the store clerk was like, yo. At one point, he's got his hands in the air like, bro, what are you guys doing? And I'm like, I don't even know what's happening here.
I'm just here.
How long ago was this?
3 years ago.
So at that moment, did you say to yourself, I'm going to be here for at least 3 years?
Well, I sat there and said, yo, nah, this is the real Toronto experience. I was like, yo, what? Come on. You catch a wine in the summertime, it restores the strength.
What did my boy say in Wolf of Wall Street? I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking going.
I wasn't planning to leave before once I got here, but that was definitely like a,
I respect that.
Confirmed.
Damn. Okay, that went a completely different turn, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Dario, I'm going to be honest with you, man. You've listened to the podcast. We have a certain structure, right?
Yeah.
So when we talk about music, we take it to the music room, right? So I'm going to bring it to the music room. Because recently, depending on when you guys hear this podcast, we had a little crash out recently on IG Live with Lil Yachty, right?
Yeah.
And it made me think about his group, the Concrete Boys, and how we don't see rap collectives really be successful anymore. It's not like back in the day when you had the Hot Boys and Dem Franchise, like multiple rap collectives, even bigger ones, like when you go to G-Unit, good music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't see that anymore. Young Money. Those times are gone. So I'm here to ask you guys, is it over for the rap collectives? Will we ever see a good rap collective anymore?
I think if you do, it's like temporary. Because I look at just the duration of all these other rap groups, and like since like that whole like good music, MMG kind of era, what was that, like 2013 maybe?
Yeah.
Like since then, there hasn't really been like a dominant like rap collective per se that you were really, really looking at. The Concrete Boys kind of popped out, this year really? Some of their stuff's fire, don't get me wrong, but like once you saw the crash out, you're like, okay, well, this is about to be the end of this.
Yeah.
So, and then the City Girls are done off.
Yeah. What do you think, Chris? You think rap
are done off? Like,
yeah. Nah, I agree, man. I think it's tough because you get to a certain point and all the egos start playing.
That's exactly what it is.
Whether it's financial stuff, money on the back end, someone's not pulling their weight, someone's doing way more and they're feeling salty about it.
Someone wants to be the bigger star.
Yeah, and when you're like a big artist and you're in front of everyone, you always think, yo, I'm the number one person. It happens, it's like tales old as time, like bands, so many bands break up over the years. So it's like, it's a tough one to do with the groups.
You know what I think killed the rap collectives? The need for a major label. I feel like when rap collectives were at their peak, artists really needed the major label. Now that artists are more independent, there's no real need for that label. Like, we don't need to all come up together anymore. You know what I mean? So, like, the good music guys, like, Push had his career a little bit with Clips, but he was a single artist. Big Sean was coming up, and a few other people, Sci-Hi, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean?
Mr.
So,
Hudson.
Young Money, it was three superstars. Well, I'll say two superstars. Wayne as the head, and then a semi-star in Tyga. Like, but they're all the same age and they're all like coming up together. You know what I mean? Now, if a Drake level guy or Nicki Minaj level person comes up, they don't really need the major as much. Like, these new artists don't need it as much. So you're not going to really see rap collectives. Plus, there's so many different labels now. There's not like one or two big labels and like, okay, we got to either go to Interscope to rock over here, we got to go to Atlantic to rock over here, or go to Sony or whatever the case is, or whatever subsidiary.
Yeah, I think like those labels still like definitely still exist. Like, I mean, they still got office spaces and stuff, but like, yeah, I guess like as far as like hip hop goes, like I think because there's so much like just get out the mud, do it yourself, kind of like already instilled in the culture of what it is. Like, yeah, once people figured out, okay, I can go and do this independent. What Nipsey started doing, like, yo, I'm gonna just sell my mixtape for like $100 and see what happens. Then Jay-Z buys on, because it was like 20 copies or something like that, or 200 copies or something.
Yeah.
Once people started seeing stuff like that, it was like, oh, well, like he just made way more bread than like the label was gonna give him for this album. Or like that you're getting, I think even more so than the label piece, it's the streaming.
Yeah, I was gonna say streaming.
I think more so than the label being, it's like that. They're like, okay, I'm not really making money off stream, so I might as well do this independently, sell my copies of my album online for X amount of dollars. People buy that, it's more money in my pocket than I'm gonna get off the stream. Like it'll still be up there, but was it like 10,000 streams equal, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not
like $10 or something, maybe.
What I would also add to that is you're not getting like a rap group anymore from a label. What you might see instead is like QC drops a tape. And it's all their artists, but they're not a collective. You know what I mean? They're all just signed under QC.
I see what you're saying.
Or Yo Gotti's label. I forget Yo Gotti's. I think it's CMG.
Yeah. CMG.
Yeah, so CMG. You're going to get a tape.
Compilation project or something.
Compilation, you know what I mean? So I think that's more the wave as opposed to, oh, the CMG artists, they're all called something. I think that's dead.
I think what we'll get more of is just two artists just deciding to collab together if they like each other.
Yeah, we've been seeing that a lot.
You know, a lot more of just... You know, you got like Drake and 21 Savage. Like I think just bare people start just doing that if like they can lock in for a couple weeks and just put like a collab project out.
Yeah,
that's like what you would want from the duo anyway. And here it is in the album. Now we can go back and do our own thing, but like the fans got what they wanted.
Yeah, because I feel like before a lot of labels would put people together.
Yeah,
you know, by what they thought would work, and like sometimes they're not even in the same personalities. Like they wouldn't even be hanging out outside of it. So I think you might even get like better collaborations that way because you're getting artists who fuck with each other and want to make music with each other rather than being placed in the same room. Because we're both on Empire, let's both, you know, so and so put us there.
A thing that makes that tough too, though, I think, is that like with everything being online now, like it's definitely have the perks where I'm sure like it's easier to make music at home and whatever else. Yeah. But because of that, like now people don't leave their house to like,
true.
I feel like to me an album sounds different to me if I know like these two people locked in for 3 weeks and did this thing together. Like you can tell they were together when they rapped. Yeah. Versus like I mailed in my version and you put it on your verse and now we just put it out. Like it sounds different to me.
Yeah.
Like the energy's different.
Cause I'm not mad at that.
Because I feel like, especially like being in the same room at the same time, like especially in a competitive sport like rap, like someone's gonna try and push you to be a better, like if you hear this guy rap a sick verse, you don't want to go in and follow him with a bummy verse. So now you're like, I gotta up what I'm doing. And now you guys are competing against each other, but you're rapping in the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like when you're at home, okay, cool, females in his verse and you don't feel like it's all that sick because you're just listening to it on your couch, like then you maybe didn't feel it like how it felt in the room.
Yeah.
So now your verse might also be just kind of lower energy because you're like,
Yeah, true.
You know
plus nowadays people are like sending stems, sending like, you know, open verses and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's getting kind of muddied up with just, you know, simple.
Now anyone can just go put a bummy verse on something.
Yeah. If you don't like it, they just cut it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. We have a lot of artists out there that have top tier discographies. You know what I mean? Tight discographies, succinct discographies. That's a word I learned the other day. Succinct, like just really solid discographies. But we do have artists that have near perfect catalogs or close to perfect catalogs. Is there an artist out there, if you remove one of their albums, has a much better catalog and would be looked at differently?
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna be real. The first one that comes to mind might not like make his catalog catapult that much higher or something, but whatever album had Hero by Nas on it, that album could dead.
Was that Hip Hop Is Dead?
No, I don't think so. I think it's after that one.
All right, you search that up.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on, I'll find it.
Okay, Chris, is there an artist or an album from an artist that you feel like if you remove it, it would make a catalog a little better?
Yeah. For me, I'm thinking Mac Miller, Blue Slide Park. I remember when that one dropped. Okay. I wasn't a big fan of it. And then I feel like after that, he started to go in like a different direction and like pulled it back. Like I think they put that together too quickly. I don't know. I just remember listening to that album and just like kind of felt like it was a flop to me.
Okay, that's not bad.
That wasn't a great album.
That's not bad. The artist I'm thinking of, they have a long discography, like a lot of albums. But I'm just going to say from their first like 5-6 albums, I'm going to go with Kanye. If you take out Jesus is King, I think his catalog looks a lot better. Also, if you take out Ye, I think his catalog looks a lot better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm probably rocking with that. Yeah, Kanye with either Ye or Jesus is King. If you take those two tapes out, I think it makes his early catalog a lot better because you still get the Life of Pablo's.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Donda 1 was good. I haven't had a chance to really take in Donda 2. Vultures isn't as bad as Ye.
No.
And Vultures 2 isn't as bad as Ye.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So
Ty did his thing.
Chris, what album had Nas' song Hero on it? I can see the video in my head and remember skipping the whole album after I heard the song. I was like, this is not the Nas song for me. Nas and Carrie Hilson, but all right. I was about to hate, but I'm going to try and cool out.
Untitled was the album.
Yeah, see? Like,
Untitled.
You don't even remember it.
No, yeah, he did.
No, that's the title of the album.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
he did.
It's forgettable.
He knew it was bad. He didn't even give it a title.
I said Untitled, bro. All right, bro. Yeah. Shout out Nas, though, because the rest of your music's sick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's dope. Darrio, do you have a favorite sport?
Yeah, basketball.
Basketball is your favorite sport?
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you something, man? You play video games?
Yo, I used to play games a lot. Not right now, not so much anymore. I don't know what happened to my love for video games. But I was also like not that fire at video games to begin with.
Oh, okay.
So once I like moved over here, I just didn't bring my console and that was the end.
You got the wine at the convenience store and you said, why do I need a PS4?
I'll be honest, there's so much more entertainment than you just leave your house in the city
I'm
of
gonna play with
Toronto.
this. That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Damn. That must have been the coldest ginger beer you ever had in your life.
Shout out to her though.
You definitely don't talk to her anymore.
No. After that moment, I was like, yo, this is the craziest thing someone's just randomly, like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You made up the whole story and then said you want to catch a wine. And I'm like, it's like 11:30. It's not like after the club you came in there super lit and now I have to understand this, the situation. It was like you were like getting ready to also go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you were picking up mix.
Nah, yo, that's one of those moments where like you don't want to even get her info. You want to just be like,
I was like,
we shared this moment.
Man. Hey,
and I'll
beautiful time.
See you if I see you.
God bless you.
Yeah, salute.
Wishing you the best in all future endeavors.
Oh man.
But I wish you had the console because then it'll make my next question a lot easier.
Oh, damn, but hit me anyway.
Have you ever played 2K?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2K25 is coming out. They put out their top 10 players. I just want you to tell me if somebody's missing.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
All right. So they got Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Joel Embiid, SGA, Giannis, Luka, and Jokic. Is there somebody missing from
People
that top
want me
10?
to say Jason Tatum, and I am not a Boston Celtics
Jason
fan.
Tatum's in it. He's in
Wait,
the
where
top
was
10.
he?
Yeah. Jason Tatum is number 8.
Oh, okay. I was about to say he should be in the lower half. If he's in the upper half, I would have been felt away. So, yeah, you know what, though? Who do you think is missing, I guess, off rip?
Out of this top 10,
because that sounds like...
It looks like a solid top 10.
It looks like a moderately fair top 10 to me.
I'm pretty happy with this top 10.
Because I'm trying to think other teams where there's a player that's better. I'm not putting Wemby in the top 10.
No.
Not yet.
I'm not putting...
Maybe Book.
No, Devin Booker's not top 10.
You could argue Jaylen Brown should be up there just off of his accolades from last year.
Sure, but I don't even want to put Jason Tatum in the top 10. So, okay. I'm not... Shout out to Jaylen Brown, though.
Okay.
Maybe swap those two.
I'll put them 11 and 12.
Okay.
And I'll feel better.
That. So who would you replace them with?
It's a real question. This is all just hate.
No logic, just hate?
There's no logic to this because I can't pick. I'm a Heat fan and I can't pick nobody on that squad.
All right, cool.
Hurts my heart to say, but I can't, man.
Can you predict the Raptors record this upcoming season?
Oof. I'm gonna give them. How many wins they have last season?
I want to say 32. No, maybe about 30 something. Maybe 31, 32. Chris is about to fact check. Hold on, let's give Chris a second.
Ooh, 25 wins.
25 wins.
But
57 L's.
I was gonna say like 40 to 43 wins.
40 to 43 wins.
Yeah.
Nah, we're not winning 40 to 43 games. We're gonna be above 500 this year.
Maybe.
I think we're gonna win 36 games.
I can see him being above 500 surprising people, but it's gonna either happen at the beginning of the year where they get a bunch of those wins, and then like someone gets hurt and it falls off, and then that's how they end up at like 40 to 43.
You know what? We have a tighter roster this year in terms of like we know the squad we're going into the season with compared to all the questions we had last year. Where's OG going? What's happening with Pascal? Fred just left. You know what I mean? Is Scotty going to be the number one? Is it Pascal? Like them two playing together. So
now that's gone. OG's gone.
Yeah. So I feel like
clear slate.
We sent money out too quickly. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
RJ's locked in. Scotty got his bread. So it's like, what are we doing? You know? So I feel like now, depending on injuries, got a more locked in squad. Chris said, what, 25 games we won? 25.
Yeah.
I could see us win on 11 more, 11, 12 more.
No, I think you're more accurate. I think I was capping.
Yeah.
Once you named off the roster, I sat there. I was like, I was like, you're like, they pay quickly. I was like, yeah, salute, but like,
crazy.
Like, are you in my top tier of point guards in the league right now? No.
Tough league.
Is Scotty in my top 10? No. So then,
what are you left with?
Now
right?
what I'm left with is not 40 wins.
Exactly. So
yeah, it might go 32.
I really want to ask you this, bro.
Real questions, real answers. Mayor's office.
You've been watching this pod for a while, right? Fair thing to say.
Yeah.
Is there something that you want to ask either me or Chris while you've been here? Because, like, as you walked in, you were fucking with the pod setup. You know what I mean? The energy, the vibe of the pod.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you think podding is in your future?
Oh, that's a real question. I don't know. You know what's funny? Like, before I even moved here, random friends would just, like, tell stories about stuff. Like, people would be like, yo, you should start a podcast. And I was always like, I don't know if I really want to be, like, out there like that. But, yo, this is fun, man. So, like, who knows? Like, I'll pop by again and just, come and vibe out or something.
Yeah, you should definitely pull up again. You know what I mean? Chris has he has a rule on who we bring in.
Okay.
And if he's not fucking with them, we can't bring him in.
So I got the pass. What? Yeah, elite.
I'm thinking you got the pass, man.
Come on, man.
So, if you want to pop by every once in a while, let us know. Let Adriel know in advance. He can't sit in that seat.
No, it's all right.
But once in a blue moon, if you want to pull up,
I'll stand up beside behind my dog over here, man. We'll just vibe out behind the mic.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. So usually we close the podcast with doing an animation suggestion.
You picked some good ones, to be honest. Because I tapped in with anime and stuff. So
okay, I appreciate that.
Fun fact. So,
I appreciate that.
When the man said One Piece a couple weeks ago, I said, yeah.
Yeah, that's a goal right there.
That's an elite. You know what's funny? I wasn't really on it like that at first for years. I was like, I'm not really going to get into this. And then during COVID, I sat there and was like, yo, let me see what's going on with this. And once you like tap in, oh man, you realize like 90% of it's not filler. I'm like, all right, bro, this is a pretty long little odyssey of anime we got going on here.
You can get lost in the sauce with One Piece, man.
Yeah, so much character development.
A lot.
Like every character, it's like, hey, you ever want to know what this one of them side guys like whole mission and story was? Yeah, we're gonna give you the whole story and why he got there, and it's kind of like a piece of shit.
Exactly. That's why I love. That's why I love it. The character development, the world building. You can't.
Yeah, you can't. It's elite.
But I already said One Piece is an anime.
Oh yeah,
suggestion.
sorry, you can't say it again.
So I gotta do something different, right? So I got the anime suggestion. Then we do our non-rap suggestions, okay?
Okay.
All right, so my animation suggestion is an anime called Pluto.
Okay.
Very mature anime. It's based off of Astro Boy. It's extremely old anime. Like Astro Boy is one of the first animations ever created, like from a Japanese studio. But the storyline of Astro Boy, like they recreated some recent comics, and it's a very mature story. It's about 8 episodes, and it gets deep. Really tackles the thoughts between man versus machine. You know what I mean? So something for you guys to think about. Watch Pluto. It's really good. Animation's good. Came out last year or early this year. I can't remember, but it came out very, very recently. So Pluto is my animation suggestion.
Wait, where can you stream it?
Netflix.
Shout out to Netflix if you still have it and dealt with it that way. I was not on that. You know, when they went and said, oh, yeah, all Canada now, we're going to remove the family accounts? Yeah, right. Not me. Y'all gave up.
You were a password share.
I was down to fight and realized that none of y'all were down to fight. I'm talking to y'all, man. Everybody at home that gave up and just got a Netflix account. Now, look, what's the point, bro? I'm on my boy's family account and don't even really get to use it.
I changed my password one time and I realized how many niggas were on my fucking Netflix. You know how many texts I got from people that I did not know?
Yeah, it hurts when your people do that, bro.
At least send me an e-transfer here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Buy me a beer.
Give me a brew. Give me some Casamigos shots.
My homeboy that I'm on his family account, one point, he got laid off from work. Me, his brother, and his sister all uses he has like a family account. We all have our own account like on the Netflix, right?
Yeah.
None of us offered to pay. He sat there one time at his crib. He's like, bro, I got laid off. I'm like, dog, I really appreciate all the contributions you put towards holding us down on this entertainment space. And just
But you're going back to basic cable, dude.
I was like, no, shout out to you. No, he still paid it. We kept watching.
Yeah. Well, friends like you, man.
Come on, man. Someone's got to watch for him.
There you go.
Fair. Gotta make the $20 worth it or whatever it was a month.
Yeah, I think it's like 18. It's about the price of a Casamigo shot.
Yeah, man. And aren't they doing ads apparently? Like if you don't have a certain account, they're hitting you ads.
It's like $5.99.
Yeah, right.
If you
That's crazy.
Amazon Prime's hitting me with the ads.
Yeah.
It's pissing me off.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was trying to watch The Boys. They're like, intermission for 2 commercials. Why is there 2 commercials in my Amazon? I paid already for this. It's Prime. No? That was my biggest thing. It's crazy.
This shit is mad. It's
crazy,
mad.
man.
But that's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. But get Netflix if you want to watch Pluto. My non-rap suggestion, Bad Bad Not Good recently came out with an album.
They're fire.
And I like one of their records. It's called Alien Love Call. Nice vibe, nice energy. You guys check it out. Alien Love Call by Bad Bad Not Good.
It's like some chill in the house kind of music, kind of vibe.
That album, man. You want to clean and just relax.
Turn on light up the incense.
Yeah, have a glass of wine. That's
unwind. Look at the sunset.
Come on, stop playing with it. That's what I do. Just me and my cockapoo. Chris, what do you got for your non-rap suggestion today?
For this one, I got a classic. I'm going Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. It's off their Rumors album. Big album. It's played in the golf cart a lot when we're golfing. It's in my playlist called Absolute Bangers for the Boys. Which,
that is a hell of a title for your playlist. I fuck with it.
There's no questions involved with once you see it, this is what this is.
Absolutely. We got some Seal on there.
Oh, okay.
Man. We do have some R. Kelly on there, but you know what? We're playing with the homies.
It's the boys.
Yeah. No, we're not out in public. We're not scaring people.
It's cool.
Just real talk on repeat.
Scare people if listening to R. Kelly is crazy.
Can't scare the hoes if there's no hoes. It's just the boys.
Exactly, right? We thought it out.
Come on.
Yo.
What do you got for your non-rap suggestion?
My non-rap suggestion, I've been listening to a lot of Afro house lately, to be honest.
Okay.
Tapping into different bags this year. So there's a song called Richa by M.O.P. He's I'm trying to think of what part of Africa this guy's from. He's mixed with that in Berlin.
Okay.
He lived in Berlin or something. He's made some crazy music. Okay. It's a lot of it's the best way to explain it is almost like house music you could actually feel like you can dance to as black people.
Got you.
It's got some more. It's got some more swing to it.
Because there's movement. There's still the highs and lows you would get in
I'm a piano type vibe.
Nah, different than that.
Okay,
almost imagine an African Ibiza.
Okay, going to Ibiza and there's Africans there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like African Ibiza. What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I made it up on the fly. In my head, it makes sense.
That sounds like a party we gotta throw.
I might start that off. Stay tuned. It might be the next Afro Nation. You never know.
There you go.
Nice.
Me, mayor's office traveling.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah.
Listen, brother. I gotta be real with you, man. You came late, but it didn't feel like you came late. I feel like you brought the energy.
Come on, man.
In a compact amount of time, and I appreciate you for that. So shout outs to you coming to the pod. I told Adriel that you were pulling up. He was a little skeptical. He fucks with you. He loves you.
Yo, Adriel don't know I'm also a journalist.
Come on, man.
Journalist.
So Adriel, we can't wait for you to come back.
Yeah, and talk about me.
But yes, this is episode 61 of the Mayor's Office podcast. You guys can find us on TikTok, Instagram, any type of social media. Subscribe to the YouTube.
Come on.
We're doing a lot of work. We're doing a lot of growth, personal and otherwise.
Come on.
We got our
live
boy
shows.
Here.
What?
Come on. Another on the way.
On a regular. Good food at the podcast as well,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The food was nice. The good food was nice. Drinks were flowing.
Yeah.
Steady amount of people in the crowd.
Yeah.
People interacting and live acts.
Yeah.
What? I said, it's actually pretty sick. A comedian.
Come on.
I said, all right, bro. It was a good, for the money you spent, I was like, this is actually a very enjoyable night.
And we have another one coming.
Come on. And I didn't even know that for facts. This is just off the cuff,
Come on, man. Chris,
Yes, sir.
Let's try to see if you can do Adriel's closing.
Okay. Weird. Yeah. All right.
Let's get it.
Let's go. This is the Mayor's Office podcast. I want you to know yourself, know your worth. And yo, this is the Mayor's Office podcast. We're switching up a little bit. We got Darrio in the house.
Yeah, man.
We got Ralph as usual.
Yeah, man.
So, yo, this is the Mayor's Office podcast. Know yourself, know your worth. Tune in on all the platforms. Like,
Facts.
comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you in the next episode.
Facts.